Now that Jason Kenney has officially announced his intentions, he has some obstacles to overcome if he's going to be successful at taking over the leadership of the Alberta Progressive Conservative Party. And although it will be a challenge, he also has a lot going for him. At this year's convention, the party opted out of the one-member, one-vote system because they felt it was too easy for outsiders to take over the party. Essentially, members could sign up and vote for a leader immediately, so all a potential candidate needed to do was sign new members up to vote them in. But now they've opted for a delegated convention. So Jason Kenney will have to take over all of the PCAA constituency associations, which will in turn send delegates to vote for the next leader of the party. This will be no easy task, but we have to remember that he will most certainly have the backing of his federal counterparts. There are 34 federal ridings in Alberta, and 29 of those are Conservative. Not only this, but he seems to have the backing of both political action committees that are pro-unification, Alberta Can't Wait and the Alberta Prosperity Fund. With Jason Kenney's organizational skills and 20 years of political experience in the province, he's definitely got the connections and the upper hand over other leadership candidates. There's also the issue of resistance from members in both the Wildrose Party and the Progressive Conservatives, even though recent polling done by Alberta Can't Wait shows that a united Conservative Party would dominate the NDP in the next election. There are die-hard Wildrosers out there that simply won't support a PC leader in uniting because they see the party as corrupted. You can't blame these people either. The PCs adopted liberal policies and betrayed their base in doing so over the last election. They came across as arrogant and entitled. But the Wildrose Party isn't free of its own controversies either. They've had their fair share of media gaffes, and polling has them at 35%, which is only 8% ahead of the NDP. Considering how poorly the NDP are doing, I'd expect that number to be much higher. And then there are the die-hard social liberals within the PC party that simply don't want to unite with Conservatives under a big tent. At their convention, most members suggested that they would prefer to rebuild the party. And there's also the issue that they're broke. At convention time in May, the party was ending the month with only $10,000 in the bank. Compare that with the regular $150,000 that they spend in a month. And although attendance for the convention boosted financials, they still owed $770,000 in debt at that time. And they need to raise $4 million for the next election, making a rebuild of the party under current circumstances a stretch, to say the least. Uniting the right will be a challenge, but this is exactly why, if anyone can accomplish this goal, it's Jason Kenney. There's no doubt that uniting the Federal Canadian Alliance and Progressive Conservatives was a difficult task, probably even more difficult than uniting two provincial parties. There was resistance from both sides. There were provincial borders to get across, and there were naysayers. But at the end of the day, the two parties saw that their common goals trumped all of that. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.